Hey guys, it's Austin the Dark Lord here, and
I am Luke, the Skywalker.
so Luke bought the M14 Death Reaper deck. He's a little late to the party, but he's gonna show what's in his booster packs, and we're gonna talk about the deck a bit too. So he's gonna do those booster packs while I open the deck here. So he's still new to the Magic scene, but it's all good. So I'm just looking at the deck here, what's in it and whatnot. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of red. Well, there is some red, but not very many good cards. So he's gonna go through this and talk about his rare and his foil. So, okay, so we'll look at Shadowborn Apostle. So his rare here, he got his Quickening. It's a blue. And Coral Merfolk. So that's his shiny. If anyone cares, but Quickening is a 1 cost. Next sorcery card you cast this turn can cast as though it had flash and draw a card. So not too good for his deck, but interesting cards there. While I'm still in his Shadowborn Apostle, because I'm still waiting on mine. 15 of them. Yes, for some reason every card from MTG Madness it takes 20 to 15 to 20 days to get here, which is ridiculous. How many do you order? 15. Oh. Did they say 1 at a day? I don't know. Taking too long. So, in his next pack, let's see what else he pulled. Oh, he pulled a foil blight casting. That's actually really cool. Blight caster, and he passed his rare. Nope. And then Megatonic Sliver. So all these are up for trade technically. The blue and the green cards, because he's going to be keeping this definitely because it can go into his deck. And I'm going to see if there's another Shadowborn Fossil chilling here, which there isn't. That makes me sad. Ooh, Rampage. So those are his cards. So a little about the deck. It's a red-black starter deck. From what I see, it's not too bad. He has Liliana's Reaver. That card's foil. Comes with 3 Festering Newts. So I know what those are for. 2 Child of the Nights. 2 Night and Zombies. 2 Tenacious D's. With Tenacious Dead. 2 Blood Barons. 2 Undead Minotaurs. 2 Academy Raiders. Another rare, which is the Brew Witch. Death Gaze Cockatrice. Vampire Warlord. Segan Vampire. And Minotaur Abomination. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 swamps. It's a lot of mana there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 red mana. Seems a bit too much. 3 Ring Flesh. Barrage of the Expendables. A Smelt. Bubbling Cauldron. Thunderstrike. Staff of the Death Magus. Act of Treason. And 2 Corrupts. So there's a lot of modding that needs to be done to this. There's too much red mana in here for the little red cards. Because, I mean, all of them need like 1 red mana technically. You could toss in a Staff of the Red Magnus to make it better. Gain life like an asshole. And, toss out the Corrupts, because those are expensive. I'll also toss out the Vampire Warlord, because, really, why do you need that? It's a 5 cost for a 4/2. To sacrifice another creature, regenerate Vampire Warlord. No, no, that card is too good. So that's a starter deck. He's gonna play with it tonight because we are pulling all nighter because I have to go back to Walmart at 5 a.m. to go get Heroes versus Monsters dual deck and review that. So up next, I'm gonna talk about the pre-release. So here's the white pre-release. It's Celestial Arancore, 3 colorless, 2 white enchantment creature Arancore. Bestow. You pay 5 colorless, 2 white. If you cast this card for the Bestow cast, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. Flying first strike, enchanted creature gets +4/+4, and flying in first strike. So that's the white pre-release card. It's pretty decent. What do you think?
It's not too bad.
I would rather pay the 5 cost for the creature instead of the Bestow.
Yeah. For 5 cost for 4/4.
With flying in first strike, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. I mean, what? Sarah Angel's a 4/4 with vigilance for 5. I would rather run that than Sarah Angel. Next we have Shipbreaker Kraken. I love this artwork over the other one. It's 4 colorless, 2 blue, creature Kraken. It's 6 and 2 blue, monstrous 4. If this creature isn't monstrous, but 4/1/1 counters on it, and it becomes monstrous. When Shipbreaker Kraken becomes monstrous, tap up to 4 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's untap step for as long as you control Shipbreaker Kraken. And it's a 6/6. I mean, I think it's a brilliant card, and I think you pay the monstrous after it comes in.
Okay.
What do you think of it?
Like I said, it's really good artwork. Mana cost is not too bad for what it is.
I mean, you're paying 6 for a 6/6, and then it becomes a 10/10.
After you pay the 6.
But I mean, well, the other 8.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I think you're paying too much for it, but I mean,
it's good for what it is. But like you said,
I mean, I don't see monstrous being used very much in the set unless the games are very slow.
So you probably use that if you had a high mana deck.
High mana games last long, and you just need to finish the game. Yeah, why not? Next we have Obrat Overlord. It's 7 cost, 5 colorless, 2 blue, flying. When it's a creature demon. When Obrat Overlord enters the battlefield, put a number of 4/1 black harpy creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield equal to devotion to black. Each black in the mana cost permanents you control count towards your devotion to black. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. So I mean, he's a 6/6. It's decent. The artwork
but just
it's too much
for what it is.
I mean, if you have enough black devotion, let's say you have 7, sure. I mean, the harpies are good blockers. I mean, you have to sacrifice 1 at the beginning of your upkeep, so you're technically starting with 6 harpies, and I mean, you go in with them, use the harpies as chump blockers. Well, I mean, you get 7 harpies for chump blockers, and then you have to lose 1 at the beginning of your upkeep. I mean, I say once all your harpies are gone, you probably want to get rid of him because he's gonna kill you. But I mean, that's what demons do. They hurt you more than they help you. So that's demons. And then we have Athosios, Sentius hero. Three colors, 2 green, legendary creature, human warrior, heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Athos Centasas or Centasas hero, up to 3 target lands you control. Each become 2/2 warrior creatures until end of turn. They are still lands. It's good, but I wouldn't want to give up my lands. So 4/5. What do you think?
Seems sort of like a waste of land, really. Not bad for mana cost for a 4/5.
That's
It's
just.
just a waste of mana.
I would rather have the demon over her.
Yeah.
Because you get more creatures with the demon, and I mean, you're going to be losing land. Next, we have Ember Swallower. 2 colorless, 2 red, 5 colorless, 2 red for monstrosity 3. When Ember Swallower becomes monstrous, each player sacrifices 3 lands. 4/5 for 4, that's not bad.
That's not, yeah.
And I mean, the monstrous isn't bad either. Because it becomes a. What?
5/6.
7. 7/8, which isn't bad. I mean, if you. Well, there's your red, so. That's the red promo if you decide to play pre-release. It's not bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
That artwork's pretty beast too.
Yeah.
So this is somewhat a bit out of order. So we have the Sylvan Satire. That's the deck if you buy a box promo. 1 colorless, 1 green, defender, hexproof, tap, add 1 add of any color to your mana pool. It's too much. Too much. I think.
Well, on the contrary, it's 2 mana.
It also has hexproof.
But the thing is, can you
You have to wait a whole turn to use its stat ability.
But can you do that multiple times?
Once. I mean, there was one that came out in Avacyn that was a rare, but you tap it for 3 mana of any color, and it costs the same amount. I wouldn't run this. I would rather run the Sliver.
Okay.
Because, I mean, the Sliver could defend itself. I mean, yeah, it's good because it's going to be hard to get rid of, but eventually you're going to be able to get rid of it. I mean, technically you have 1 mana, 2 mana, play the Mana Dork. You tap those 2 for that, and then you can play another Mana Dork. And then technically, you can get 2 Mana Dorks by turn 2. And then, I mean, it's good because it taps for any color, but I mean, Theos is a monocolored deck. So now, if you play the Friday after the Friday it's released, you get Binding of Fast at 2 colors. 2 blue legendary enchantment artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Pay 1 colors, 1 blue tap. Creatures your opponent control attack this turn if able. Its tap ability seems a lot like a what's the word I'm looking for? Something red would do.
Okay.
Decent card. I mean, I'll just run it for the draw card ability mostly. What do you think?
I probably wouldn't play it.
It is much, but I mean, just for the draw card ability, it's not bad.
For 4 mana cost for an artifact.
True.
I mean, it's a little high.
It is, but I mean, it's also an enchantment, so it's not that bad.
True.
And now we have the game day participant, Relaxed Leader. 2 white. Heroic, whenever you cast a spell, a target for Xing later, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So they get to keep the 1/1 counters, which isn't bad. He's not bad for an uncommon.
For two cost.
It's actually really good.
I'd run it.
It's
and
really
I like
decent.
that artwork.
Yeah, pretty decent. And the top 8 get Night Howler, 1 colorless, 2 black, enchantment, creature, horror. Bestow's cost is 4, so that's actually really good for it, because you don't have to wait so long for it. Night Howler and the enchanted creature get +X, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. That is actually really good. As long as you have a lot of creatures in your graveyard. I mean, him and the
So basically, for how many cards you have in your graveyard, that's how many life points you get.
Him and the demon would be a good combo.
That would be.
Because you're stacking creatures.
I'd run that in my black deck now.
Yeah. I mean, the black deck, I'm not going to build a monotone deck for this. Really, I'm building a Skittle deck with all the gods. Okay, so, Planeswalkers have been revealed for this set. So we have, Thingalios the Reveler, 2 colorless, a red and a green. Kind of disappoints me, because Ravnica had a red-green Planeswalker. But his +1, all X mana, and add X mana in any combination of red and or green mana if you're in your mana pool where X is the number of creatures you control. That's not that bad. It's pretty good. What do you think?
It's not too bad.
I would run it. His 0 puts a 2/2 red and green satire creature token with haste onto the battlefield, which is really good. I mean, I'm gonna run him in my Jund deck for the token build, just so my dragons can eat his little babies and get big. It's not bad. I mean, he has a way to protect himself.
True.
His -6 is exile the top 7 cards of your library. You may put any number of creatures and or land cards from among them onto the battlefield. His -6 isn't bad, but it's nothing I would use. I mean, I'm probably gonna use his +1 and 0 his 0 more often than his plus. I mean, if I need the mana, I'll use his plus. I mean, it's great for a Hellkite Charger. So what do you think of him? It's pretty decent, but
it's interesting. I mean,
I've seen better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I collect all the Planeswalkers, and it'd be nice to have my Jund deck. Now we have it. We have Ashlock Nightmare Weaver, 1 color, a blue and a black. +2, exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. Okay, I'm glad it targets your opponent. Starts at 3 loyalty, same with the other guy. -X, put a creature card with converted mana cost X, exiled with Ashlock Nightmare Weaver onto the battlefield.
That creature is a nightmare.
Additional to its other types. Okay. -10 is exile all cards from all opponents' hands and graveyards. It's not bad.
I like the fact that you can exile another hand in the graveyard.
Yeah, and then.
But
the thing is, she's one of those planeswalkers that you have to keep up there just so she stays on the field long enough for you to use her abilities no matter what.
It'd be better if your opponent had a lot in his graveyard.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you have to keep her up there too. I mean, if she stays on as soon as you get her out, I mean, you can get a 3-cost creature, but or 2 cost. But I mean, really, there's
not really much. It's a good idea, but not.
You have to,
the
but the
best
thing
one.
is, you have to exile something with her to get that card. Which, I mean, you could be exiling the big stuff and not be able to use it. I mean, she's okay. I will find a way to use her. I'm gonna probably put one in my commander and put one in another one of my decks, but it's okay. It's not like it could be better.
The artwork is pretty cool though.
Yeah, it is. So Therous has finally revealed their lands. There's a red green. Oops. So we have a red green. Why are you being stupid? So we have red green. That is called Temple of Abandon. We have Temple of Decent. Which is blue and black. We have Temple of Mystery, which is green and blue. We have Temple of Silence, which is white and black, and then we have a Temple of Triumph, which is they all come in tapped. When they enter the battlefield, you get the scry, and they tap for one of those colors. So they're all rares too, so not bad. I mean, you still have shocks, so these are okay. Looks like they all let you scry one, so interesting lands there. That's it for this video. I mean, you might see me again early morning with a deck review. Well, with the opening of Heroes versus Monsters, so that'll be interesting. And then we'll have a deck review of those up. We'll also Dylan, the Alpha Wolf, and I will have a 3-video piece of all the Planeswalkers. We graded them on a point system. Art, story, standard 60 card deck play, and commander play. So the lowest you could get, the lowest Planeswalker you get is 4. The most Planeswalker you get was 40. So, see you guys then. Austin the Dark Lord out.
Luke, Skywalker.
See you guys next time.